Hello, everybody. I'm back. It's Ethan with the Everything and Nothing podcast. This is season 4. I know it's been quite a hiatus. I've been busy. I moved to Aspen, Colorado. I'm living with my girlfriend. I've been skiing, waiting tables, going through bouts of depression, figuring out how this is all going to shake out. But I could not be happier to finally be back here with all of you. So if you're tuning into this, thank you so much. I appreciate you. My promise in season 4 is I have better guests coming on than ever before. This stuff is only growing bigger and bigger. And my goal really is to use this as a place to expand my outreach, expand my mind by talking to people who I find really knowledgeable and interesting and fun to be around. I hope you find the same and you all learn something with me along the way. So, enough said. Let's dive into season 4, baby. Woo! I love you guys. Let's get it. All right, so here we go.
Hi everyone.
This is episode 1 of season 4 of the Everything and Nothing podcast.
Yes, this is my first podcast. So, first of all, I'm speaking Spanish. I'm never speaking English a lot. So, sorry if I speak wrong.
So Luciana deserves extra credit for doing this whole thing
In
in English,
English.
doing it scared. You
Doing it
didn't
scared.
really want to do it, and now you're here doing it, and I really appreciate it. This is my friend Luciana. We work together at Element 47 here in Aspen, and she's a J1 from Argentina.
Yes, I am.
Um,
This is my second season here. Completely crazy, so fun. I love it. I will come back all the times that I can. So, fingers up.
Fingers
Thank
up.
you for being listeners. It's gonna be fun. Talk about everything.
Yeah. So let's start there. How different does it feel for you like to be living here in Aspen versus like being home in Mar del Plata?
Um, it's so much different. I mean,
What's
it,
like the biggest?
the biggest part is like you coming here completely alone. If you have friends, it's good, but the thing is that you have to make a scare with scaring yourself. You have to like make this step to come here 4 months, work, but in the middle you make a lot of friends. You met a lot of new people. That is the fun part.
Mhm.
So I truly recommend travel for your own. You're gonna like found yourself in another places. That is the most important thing. And I don't know. I love Aspen. It changed my life. This is my second
Really?
season. My first season, I was super scared. I was too young, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And I made it. I make a lot of friends, and now I'm back, and I'm gonna be back 3 seasons more. So I'm super excited and happy for this.
That's awesome. And this is you like coming in, you're like super confident. Like when I first met you, you're like Luciana's like the top food runner. You know all the stuff. The chefs love you. Like the managers love you. And you're just like you have all the friends, you have like the craziest social life. And I feel like it almost surprised me, but it shouldn't have the first time we talked and like not the first time we ever talked, but the first time we were talking and it was like you were like, yeah, like I write down all my goals for like the next 3 years. Like I have like it's all about my mindset and planning and like talking about like would you mind talking about like where your like mindset came from, where you started really taking
um,
control of that?
the thing is, like, I want to be like I'm thinking all the time, what is my best version for me? I mean, I'm trying to like make my goals, and I know that my goals are really like super hard to make it. So in the middle, I was like, okay, this is my super goal. Is super hard to make it. What can I do every day to make that possible? And that's the reason that I'm starting to make like little goals for the next 2 weeks, the next month, the next year, and what I'm doing all the time is trying to make s- things that make me happy and make me feel confidence, so I can like every day make something great to project something better in the future. It's really
Mm,
hard because sometimes you don't feel good. Sometimes you don't want to like wake
yeah.
up and go to gym,
You
and
have a
it's
bad
like a
day.
roller coaster. Sometimes you say like I want to be in the bed all day, and it's truly okay. But what I'm trying to do is like make that goal possible in this day. I don't know how to explain it. It's really
Mm,
hard to explain it, but I'm just
uh,
trying to make something every day to change my life so I can be better for myself. And they're like little things. It's not a big deal. Sometimes it's like go and breathe some fresh air or meditate outside or just have fun with friends or meet a new people every day
mm.
so you can understand what people think. I don't know.
I think you make a good point. Like, because it's not always. Sometimes we look at it like there's 1,000 things I need to do to get to be like for you. You want to be a fashion designer and you want to have your
Yes.
own brand. So there's a
Yes.
1,000 different things that you have to do to get there. And sometimes I think it's easy to look at like step one, step two, step three, all the way to 1,000, and as if each thing is like doing this, like creating my business, like drawing like 5 drawings for my t-shirts, and like but
Exactly.
it's not always that obvious and linear. And sometimes it's like, I just need to go outside and breathe fresh air. Or I
Yes.
need to go out and party with my friends. And like, it's harder to comprehend how that helps you get there, but it really does. I think because you're following your heart
Yes.
and you're like freeing yourself more and more.
Exactly. Well, the thing is like I really want to make my goals. My goals are really difficult to make it. But if every day I make one little step, it's not a big deal. And in the middle, you're enjoying the walk to that goals.
Mm,
That's the important thing.
that's the most important thing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'm real like if you can imagine feeling and think about it, you can make it. So if you
Mm,
can imagine yourself being, in my case, a fashion designer in Milan, working for a lot of brands with my brands at the same time, if I can imagine, I can feel it, and I love that feeling, and I really want to do it. I'm just like thinking every day, okay, what can I do today to make that dream come true?
mm.
And I planificate everything. I'm Capricorn, so I like to planificate everything every time. I just have every day like something to make for myself. For example, this past month I was like so stuck and I want to do this and it's not happening and I don't know what to do. And instead to get frustrated about it, I just like, okay, what I like to do? I like to draw. Okay, let's make some
Mm.
draw, and I just make like 10 draws in 1 week because I just like it. And I finished creating 3 stamp for my brand that I really like it. So sometimes it's like stop, feel what you make you happy, and that feel that makes you happy is gonna get you close to that dream.
Totally. Yeah, because I think that's the most important part that we skip over and forget about is like if you can see it and you can imagine it and you can feel like it, you can get
Yes.
there. And you like you're really good. I feel like at embodying that every day. Like Luciana's always you're always just like excited. Like I won't say you don't have bad days. I won't say you're not sometimes mad at chef, but overall you like know like okay, I'm okay. I can do this. You enjoy yourself
Yes.
now and you know you'll enjoy yourself when you're a fashion designer in Milan.
Of course. And I've been through like a lot of painful things in all my life. And I finished understanding that we don't need money. We don't need like everything to be happy. We just need like yourself in this moment, feeling everything, having fun, sharing with another people everything because we're human. So we share every time with a lot of people, all of things.
Mhm.
So
This is the
that's the
ultimate
important thing
share.
in the world. Be happy all the time. And happy is like happy for yourself. If it makes you feel good, be in the bed all day, do it.
Yeah,
But
totally, totally. But yeah, and that's like be if it makes you feel good to be in bed all day, do it and enjoy being in bed all day, and you'll be more likely to get up and go to the gym the next day or whatever it is. But if you
exactly.
like are like sad that you were in bed all day the whole time, and then you're more and then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, all I did was lay in bed all day yesterday. Then you're making it harder and harder for yourself to go to the gym.
Well, but one thing that is true, if you want to make your dreams come true, you have to get like discipline. Discipline enough means like you have to be perfect all the time. It means like you have to work for it. You don't have to spend that came to your life like nothing. Like,
Mm.
okay, I want this and I'm gonna sit here and wait for get that.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
No, you
You're not
have to
gonna
work
just
for it.
suddenly be fit but never go to the gym.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You have to work for it. You can rest. You can take like 1 or 2 days for yourself, but you have to work for it at the end of the day. It's not gonna happen if you don't want it.
Yeah.
You
Totally.
want it. You have to want it. I
Totally.
mean, I want to be the fashion designer, so I'm all every day I'm trying to make something to get me close of that. And
Mhm.
it took me like 5 minutes or 10, or
But
maybe an hour, or
yeah.
maybe one day I don't do nothing.
Yeah, totally. One day you do nothing, one day you do 2 hours, and it comes together. But I think that is something a lot of people fall into, especially more and more recently, it seems, where they're like, oh, like we'll just pray and we'll meditate and I'll like feel good about where I'm gonna go and then not do anything.
Yes.
And just expect it to like appear. And it's like it does appear, but it appears in the sense of like, you know what, I feel like I should go and draw for a little bit. Like and it comes through your action and
Yes.
it doesn't have to be hard, but you have to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the
And
hard
sometimes it's hard.
part. Yeah, that's the hard part. But if you like it and you enjoy it, it's like a really cool walk in the middle. I mean, I don't know how to
Mhm.
say it, how the words, but it's really fun. You're enjoying it, the process. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
important thing.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey of getting there.
And
Enjoy the fact that sometimes it's hard.
yes,
Because someday you'll look back, even like today, I bet if you look at where you were 3 years ago, picture that version of you. Picture that version of you seeing you here doing this today. She'd be like, what the heck? That's so cool. That's me. I can't believe it. Right?
yes,
Like, we've
it
come
is.
so far, and it's so easy to forget that. And
Yes,
then we have to remind ourselves, like, it's not just about where we're trying to go. We've also already come so far.
yes.
Yeah.
Of course, you always have
Yeah.
to remember everything, everything that you've been through, because it's not stuck in the past, but it reminds you that you are doing a great job. So sometimes you have to stop and say, "Wow, last year I can't imagine that I was doing this a podcast
Yeah.
with new friends that I met here that I can't believe that there are new friends in my life, and I get fun of this, and I'm super happy just talking with you." So it's crazy, but you have to be proud of yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the first step you have to do is like think positively of you. We
Mm.
all rule about things, so
You're so good at that. You're like, well, I love myself. And you were saying that word the other day, and I was like, damn, I can't say that in the same way that you're saying it right now.
I love myself because I'm working on me, not because I'm pretty or because I think that I'm better off anyone else. No, I love myself because I know that I'm trying to be my best version every day, and it's hard, and sometimes it's not happen. But at the end of the day, I try. So I love myself that is trying every day to be a best person.
That's awesome. And that's so important. And since we talked about that, I've been working on it on myself. So I was like, damn, that's somewhere I struggle and it's something super important. So I'm like, more and more frequently that I like think about, I'm like, I do love myself. I am working. I see myself like, and the more I do that, the more I'm like, wow, like I can just feel good about what I'm doing and the fact that I'm trying, no matter how it
Mhm.
goes. Even if trying looks like laying in bed all day one day. It's like sometimes that's like all you have and that's all you can give. And then the next day you have more and you give more. And yeah, just that constant
Just
process of remembering to appreciate yourself.
just live our life. That's what I'm saying every time. Live what makes you happy, and be sure about you. That's the reason that everything came to your life. If you're sure about
Mm,
you and you want this and you can make it, and you feel like safe in your own body and your own brain, nothing's gonna change that. Everyone's can came to your life and say, "Okay, what you're drawing is terrible. What you're doing is terrible. I don't like
mm,
it." But if I'm liking and I know it could work, I can take that vision of the other person, but always you have to be sure that you are trying it. You are trying to be better. You're trying to get better in everything. So it's like focus on you and do it. Just doing it.
yeah,
The worst thing is get a no or try it again or start all over everything again. And it's gonna happen. You can control destiny. So
totally.
if something's get wrong, it's because you have to get through that thing. So just rest in the process, enjoy life. Every time, think good things about you. It's really hard. Sometimes you just wake up and see you in the mirror and it was like, I don't like myself. I don't no. You're trying your best. That's the important thing in your
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, and you can obsess in the mirror all day about like how your nose looks funny or something. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna change it. And even if you do go and change your nose, because now you could get a nose job or whatever, it's not gonna change how you feel about yourself. You
yes.
have to still learn that. Like you'll just start hating your ears or something. Like
And another recommendation that I always do, fake it till you make it, is real.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
doing that. If I don't like something, I just fake that I like it. And it's if you fake like a lot of days that you love something, at the end of the day you're gonna love it. And you're gonna say, this is so fun because at the end of the day it's really beautiful or it's really pretty.
Yeah.
So fake it till you make it.
Totally. Like the hike up might be really hard, but you tell yourself that you like hiking over and over because you know how good you will feel when you get to the top. Like you actually do start to embody that. There's a good thought that um this guy James that I love talks about a lot where he says like you don't something doesn't have to be true for you to believe it. You get to choose your beliefs. So you can choose
Exactly.
beliefs that are beneficial to you. It's like it doesn't you don't have to actually be confident to choose to believe that you're confident. And the more that you choose to believe that, the more confident you will be.
Exactly. Because all rules by thoughts, things, everything. It's all in your mind. If you control your mind, you control everything.
That's
That's the
pretty
reason
big.
of everything.
That's pretty big. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you were saying before about how you just like trust. Like you trust yourself. You believe in yourself and you trust the universe. Like,
Exactly. And sometimes if you don't trust yourself and you don't know what to do, just breathe and feel what your body is saying for you. You always have this intuition inside of you that say, for example, if you go in a place and you don't feel comfortable in that place and you don't know why you don't feel comfortable in that place, it's because the intuition is saying something. So sometimes if you really can't trust in yourself, just breathe and the first thought that you have, the first thing that came to me in your mind, like go away or do it or trust in that thought because your brain is saying that for a reason. So always you have to try to make everything in a good way. But if you can and you don't have the tools or you are like with anxiety of everything, just breathe and say, okay, what I really want my body to do right now. I don't know how to
mm.
explain it. It's hard.
Yeah, yeah. What does my body want to do right now? Like,
Yes,
what is? And sometimes it's just like I'm really anxious and like uptight, and it's like my body just needs to like release tension and breathe.
exactly. But it's all about your thoughts at the
Yeah.
same time.
How do you feel like? Do you think of like thoughts and body as like the same thing? Are they sometimes
Of course,
different?
yes.
Like, like I definitely think about them as being connected, but do you I guess sometimes I think like, oh, my thoughts are like kind of when I'm like anxious, let's say, my thoughts are kind of like running away and I'm not actually being present in my body. And like the
Well, that's
importance
true
of like
too.
bringing it back and using your body to like balance your thoughts.
Yes, but at the same time, you can control your body with your thoughts.
Like what do you mean?
For example, if you say every day, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, you're gonna be
Your
exhausted
body's gonna
and tired
feel
every day
totally,
because you're repeating to yourself, I'm exhausted and I'm tired. But
totally.
every day you wake up and say, oh my God, I'm so excited to make this, I'm so happy tonight, I'm so happy today, you're gonna be happy because you're saying to your body, you have to be happy. But always that can win. So sometimes it's like you're saying, your brain is out of your body and you're thinking too much and you're trying to control too much.
Mhm.
And
I'm so
that,
tired. I'm so tired. I work too hard. Like I have too much to do. I'm always tired. And then you're like, do come at your body like, oh, I'm exhausted.
yes.
But it's like
So,
you're doing it to yourself almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's your brain. Sometimes you're more exhausted because your brain and not because the actions.
hmm Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you just step one moment and think what happened, it's pretty simple. It's nothing like really wrong. So it's just your mind trying to control and trying to survive. That's the word. It's
Yeah.
trying to make you survive all the situations. So if someone say, hey, I don't like your clothes, maybe your brain start to say, she don't like my clothes because I'm ugly, she don't like my clothes because it's white, she don't like my clothes because it's black,
Mhm.
or wherever.
And
And
your brain wants you to fit in with that person because it's like societally beneficial
exactly.
survival wise. Like if back when we were in like tribes, if your people in your tribe didn't like you and you got kicked out of the tribe, you would probably die. So
Yes.
like our brains are wired to like, okay, well, what did I do wrong? Like how can I please this person? I think that's how some people get carried away and like people pleasing and you become like
Exactly.
too attached to that. So how do you find that balance?
It's really hard. Sometimes it's more hard than other days. But what I'm doing is like just take a moment for me. In my case, it's work like be alone to everyone. Just sit
Mm,
alone, breathe, and say, okay, it's okay if she don't like my body, if she don't like my t-shirt, she don't like my hat. I
yeah.
don't care. Uh,
She's just being silly, like it's fine.
it's okay.
Sometimes
It's
it's
what
that.
she wants for her life, and I really like my hat, so it's okay. And for me, it works to be alone and breathe. For another people, maybe it's like go to a run or go to a walk or make
Mm,
some sport or listen music
mm,
or connect with these things that makes you like feel calm or happy. For me, it's like take a moment for myself, breathe, and say, okay, I maybe she don't like it and it's okay.
yeah.
And that's it. You don't have to like continue thinking about it.
Yeah.
Try to like stop. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's continue the life. I need to
Yep.
work.
Yep. I've like you come back to yourself in whatever way works and you realize,
Yes.
okay, not worth it. And then if it's actually not worth it, you let it go. You don't like complain about her saying that for the next month.
Yes.
You know?
Well, one of the things that
Yeah.
really helps me a lot, because sometimes you get bad bad comments or whatever, and it makes you really feel sad, really feel sad.
Mm,
So sometimes what really helped to me is like be empathy for with the other person. It's hard, it's really hard, but sometimes you just have to stop and think about the other person. What is going on with that person? For example, if she is completely stressed in work, running, run here, and she stopped for a second and say, I don't really like your t-shirt, and she continues running, you can say, okay, she's stressed of wherever. She probably don't want to be rude, or if she want to be rude, is his problem, and you continue your life.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't take personal everything.
Totally. Because something like that, like it's barely about you.
You don't know
It's not
what
even
the other
about
person
you.
is going through.
It's about your shirt. You don't know
Yeah.
what she's going through. And usually when you do take that stance, I feel like you're like, damn, I just feel bad for her. Like, actually, like that, it sounds terrible way to go about your day.
Yes.
And at the same time, it's like, if you want to tell me that you hate my shirt right now and I'm going to get all offended about it, it's like, it's just my shirt. Like, it's barely even me. Like,
Yeah.
why am I so, like, overly attached to it? But I think we do that with stuff all the time
Yeah.
of, like, using objects or even, like, our actions as status symbols to, like, make ourselves feel good about ourselves, which is somehow a lot different and more toxic than, like, when you're like, I love myself. Because you don't, it's not because of, like, you're not like, I love myself because I'm, like, pretty and confident. You're just like, I love myself because I'm me.
Yes, I'm trying to be my version. And it's really hard. It's the most hard part of everything. Try to be you and respect you and be like a touch of you. Because
Mm,
sometimes you want to fake to be another one to feel like better. But no, you have to be you. There's a lot of human in the world, but there's one Luciana, there's one Ethan, there's one person, there's one soul for you that choose to be you in this life.
mm,
So you have to enjoy to be yourself all the time.
totally. And I feel the deeper you dive into being your true, authentic self, the more beneficial it is to you, the more beneficial it is to everyone else in the world. Because you just like, if you're not bringing your own gifts into the world, you're like doing the world a disservice because you're like trying to be everyone else and you end up being like a watered down version of everyone else instead of being like a bright, vibrant version of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I really like that.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard. But
Yeah.
it makes you feel great.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that helps me a lot in my life was therapy. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm.
Because talk about you, your little kid, what you learn about your parents, what you learn about your family, it makes you like understand everything. So you at the end of the day you understand that your thought, you way to make things, you way to like be with around another person is what you learn, not what you really be, what you really are.
Yeah.
So I've been through like a little things in my life that makes me go to therapy to understand what happening. Because at the beginning, the first thought you have is like, "It's all my fault. It's all my guilty. I'm the wrong person." I'm sometimes it's like, no, stop and just like be empathy what happened with another people, think what is going on with another people, what is going on with me, what why I'm feeling like that, and trying to like make yourself what you want to be. I want to be happy, I don't want to cry every day, I want to be a sport, I want to be a sporty girl, wherever. What you want, you have to stop and think, okay, this is like changing my mind every time. This comment is changing my mind. What can I do to not take it that hard? Because the other people, maybe she don't want to make you hard.
Mm.
Maybe it's throwing up and around something that she don't want to make you feel bad. So you have to stop and say, okay, but I feel that I'm trying my best. I feel that today I'm gonna, I don't know, bring something to make me happy. And if you starting to make that kind of things that make you feel good, at the end of the month, you're gonna be so much happy. And you're gonna stop and say, okay, I've been through all of this and I'm happy now. And I don't know how to do it because the first thought that you have is, I don't know how to do it. I know. You know how you do it. You every day take something for yourself.
Yeah. And do you find you like catch yourself falling back in that pattern and feeling really sad and wanting to cry during the day and being like, it's okay to feel that and to cry, but also knowing like, you know what, I'm like you keep reminding yourself like I'm moving forward from this. Like, what do I want for my life?
Yes,
And
it's
like
what you
taking
want
that
for you
control.
all the time.
Yeah.
And feel. That's the best thing to be alive. Feel. Feel happiness, feel sad, feel everything. Feel your
Hmm.
emotional. Take your time to feel everything. And after what you feel, stop and say, okay, what I want to really feel. And that's
Hmm.
when you started your change, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. You give yourself that moment to feel what you are feeling. And then you are, because you feel it, you have to feel it to heal it. You have to feel it, accept it,
Yes,
and then you can be like, you know what? Like, I understand. Like, okay, what do I do to make myself feel happy?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh, that's really cool. How do you feel like what gives you the courage, I guess, to make that change? Because I feel like you're someone that's pretty good at like just like you have a good like bias towards action. They'll say like you're like just do it, just do the thing. Like like this, you did not want to do this. When I first imagined doing a podcast with you, you were like, absolutely no, I can't even speak English. Like no way. And here you are speaking English perfectly well on a podcast. And like, what gives you the motivation to like do the thing that scares you?
I don't know. Maybe it's just doing it. I know that if, for example, in this case, I was super scary. I can't. I never took a class of English. I just learned English talking with friends. So I don't really feel comfortable speaking in English. But I was like thinking, okay, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be talking about things that I like, about everything, with a friend. So why not? What is the worst case is like I'm gonna listen this and I'm gonna say like, oh, she speak really bad English. That's the worst situation ever. And it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's
It's
not
your
that
second language.
bad.
It's still impressive.
Yeah, yo
If
hablo español.
yeah, see, if we were doing this in Spanish, it would be a lot worse because you know,
Oh,
like
maybe it's more fun in English.
yeah.
So
So
I was like, okay,
uh,
let's do it.
yeah, yeah,
At the
like it's
beginning, I was super
impressive
scary
how
because
yeah.
it's the first thought that you have. I'm not gonna be good. It's not gonna be excellent. I'm gonna say everything wrong. And then I was like, but I'm gonna get fun. It's gonna be happy and it's gonna share a really good time. And next year I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna listen to podcasts and I'm gonna be
Next year.
that was so fun.
That's what you'll find it. Let's do it next year.
Next year, I'm not gonna do it
Yeah,
next week.
you'll remember and you'll be like, oh, that thing I did. And you'll be so glad.
And maybe one day I'm gonna be 18 years old and I'm gonna say I made a podcast.
Yeah. And you know what? If I would rather be 80 years old and look back and be like, oh, remember that time I made a podcast and it was so terrible. I was so embarrassed. I was so sad. I ran away screaming and crying. Remember that? I would rather have that than be 80 and be like, remember when I almost got to do a podcast, but I was too afraid and I kind of overthought it and I like never got up the courage to do it. And then I still kind of wish I had done it. And like, that's worse than failing.
Yes.
That is way worse than failing. I think we forget that and we stew on things and we're like, we tell ourselves like, I'm going to make a podcast. And we tell ourselves that for like 3 years. And it's like, oh, I should really do it. But you're like too afraid to do it. And that's such a worse feeling than just doing it, failing terribly, and then learning from that and going and doing something else. Or learning from that and then going and getting better at podcasting. Like whatever that thing is for you. I think we forget how important it is to try it and fail and try it and fail and try it and succeed and try it and fail. And like just through doing it, you'll be happier, you'll be healthier, you'll learn more. Like
it's gonna be fun.
It's
make
gonna be
podcast.
fun.
It's really fun. Make podcast.
Just do the thing. Do the thing.
Do that thing that scares you. Because when you threw that thing that scared you, at the end of the day, you stop and say, it was not that a big deal.
Yeah.
It was not that bad. It was just talk.
Yeah.
So do it. And if it's wrong, you learn. And next time you're gonna be prepared. So
Yeah. Totally. And you also build like there's some muscle for sure in or maybe it's not actually a muscle, but like you build like the skill of just doing the thing. And like you definitely know some people are better at just like going for it when it scares them than other people are. Some people see the challenge and like jump, and some people see the challenge and run away. Some people see it and freeze. And the more you like challenge yourself in small ways, the more you build up that skill and the more you are actually able to be your authentic self and to do because often I feel like the things that scare me the most are also the things that excite me the most. And like fear and excitement are actually, they're both just energy.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm full of energy about making a podcast. And maybe that's coming through as fear and nervousness, but you can also think of it as excitement. And like realize anytime all of your energy is pulled towards this thing, you're not just like casually afraid of it. You're like, damn, like I think about it all the time. It would be so cool, but I can't do it. That's the thing that you have to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to like take that scare and make it in a good way for you. For example, I'm scared to don't have a job in fashion designer. That's, for example, my scare right now. Come back to Argentina and don't make a job. And I was super scared last year because I was trying so hard to get a job and it was so difficult. And it was like, I can do it. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I just like stop and say, okay, if I can't get that job that I want, why I cannot create that word for me? So I started my own brand. That's what I did. I was like, okay, if I can't take a job for another person, I'm gonna make my own brand so I can work it for me. And it's not gonna be awesome at the beginning, but it's gonna be good for me because I'm still learning how to do it. And maybe the future is saying for me, like, make your own brand, learn about everything, learn about economy, and learn about marketing, learn about everything. And after that, you probably gonna get that job that you want. So make that thing that makes you afraid in something good for you in a way that push you through that scare and do it. Just do it. I don't know how to explain. Sometimes I don't even think too much. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. The worst case is like I didn't like it, and that's it. I learned that I didn't like it. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so easy to have that like you get turned down from the job, and some people would just like quit and give up. But you're like, no, like this is my dream. I'm gonna find a way to do it, even if it's just me doing it on my own. And that might, like you said, get you the job you want way more in 5 years than that job that you applied to last year. And it
Yes.
actually all came from getting turned down in the first place.
Exactly. Or sometimes, or maybe you don't like what you expected, and you change your mind and you find another thing. For example, maybe I really like fashion designer, but maybe the next Luciana don't like fashion designer and she like more marketing or she like more photography. And I know that I like more marketing because I try now to be my best version of fashion designer. Or maybe I love fashion designer and the thing is make my own brand because my own brand is gonna be my job for the rest of the life. I don't know. You don't know what is gonna happen to you in your future. So just like make what you make you happy. It's make me happy design. It's make me happy draw. It's make me happy like have my own business. And at the same time, it's really scary, but just do it, and you're gonna learn the process.
Yeah, and if it changes down the road, it changes, and you go towards marketing more or whatever it is.
Exactly.
But you're
But
not going
do
to get
it.
there if you don't try this first.
Exactly. Just do it. Don't
Yeah.
stay doing nothing. Don't stay in your house like thinking, oh my God, I'm too bad on this. I can't do it. I can't affront this situation. No, just do it.
Yeah.
The no, you already have a no. Just found a yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You already have the no. Just find the yes.
In
Yeah,
Spanish,
it's
it's
that.
like, vos ya tenés un no. Trata de buscar un sí a tu vida en todo. So
You already have the no, so
you're
you
trying
have to
to,
you find the yes for your life.
yes, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of. It's really.
I'll take kind of.
I'm gonna be honest. It's really hard to think in Spanish, translate everything, and split in English. It's terrible, but it's really fun.
So do you find that when we're like doing this, you're like just thinking in English until you try to like come up with that quote?
I think now I'm not thinking in English or in Spanish. Sometimes I speak more in Spanish, but now I'm just talking.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's
That's really
cool.
cool.
It's the best way to learn English.
Is to just go, dive in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. I took Spanish in school for so long, and then I went to Spain for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks in Spain, I think I learned more. Because just by being there and being surrounded by it and like forcing myself to try to speak it at restaurants and things, I like you do start to get a little more of a flow for it. And I'm still like, sí, hablo un poquito de español, pero es muy divertido. See, and by just trying and trying, I get better. And I like trying to talk to all of you at work when you're in the back, all talking in Spanish, and I'm just like trying to like pick up on like every 10th word.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
But you're really good at speaking in
It's
Spanish.
fun.
I think Ethan is one of the best at speaking Spanish. For
of,
sure.
Of the people who don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
For the record. Yeah.
Well, it's hard.
I'll take that.
And Spanish is more hard than English, for sure.
Really? You think so?
It is more hard. We have a lot of verbs, a lot
Yeah,
of
the conjugations are, yeah. Damn.
So
Well,
yeah, I'm having so much fun here, and I can't believe it that I'm having so much fun.
I'm so glad. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Any questions? Anything you
No,
wanna
just
say?
enjoy life. Don't think too much about everything. Enjoy little moments. Enjoy met new people. Take that risk every time that you have the chance. And I don't know. Be happy. You have just one life.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
We have one life, so enjoy it. You don't know what is gonna happen, so just like enjoy the present.
Hell yeah. That's Luciana, everyone. Luciana. We're back. Everything and Nothing, season 4. Luciana.
Bye bye. That was so fun.